The reason I'm telling you this is that it's changed so much now. When I started recording, you pretty much had to go to a recording studio, right, to do any kind of recording, because back then there were no cell phones, there were no personal computers, there were nothing like that. And the equipment was so big and expensive that, I couldn't have it, in my bedroom like you can now. Now, the technology is such that anybody can record, really, in their bedroom, in their basement, in their whatever, right? And that's kind of where the trend is going, is that everybody's doing their own recordings. The benefit of having a big studio like this is still that you can't get the sound, no matter how easy it is to get the technology so you can do your own recordings. When you do it at home, you're in an environment where it's like a little box. And so, to give you an example, have you ever walked into a house that is totally empty, doesn't have furniture in it, doesn't have rugs, and you walk in and it's real echoey? Or you're out in the wilderness in a canyon and you yell and there's this big echo? So this room right here is built to deal with that kind of stuff. So you may have noticed that this wall over here, it's not as noticeable here, but if you go out the door and look in the hallway, it's really noticeable. It's not a flat wall. Right there's a little line, so the wall kind of comes out like this and then goes back like that and then comes across like that. And we tried to do our best to keep the walls from being exactly opposite each other, right angles, so you don't get echoes. And then you get, a big ceiling, and we have big heavy curtains. We have these things called gobos in the back here, which are little walls that we can move around that kind of deaden the sound, get rid of the echoes. There are all these technical things called standing waves and things like that are weird things that happen. And so my point is that while it's really cool to be able to do your own stuff in your own house, if you want a really great product someday, then you have to come to a recording studio, just because you can't get the sound the same way with a little short ceiling and square walls and everything.